Om Namo Venkateshaya. Shuklambaradharam Vishnum Shasivarnam Chaturbhujam Prasannavathanam Dhyayet Sarva Vignopashanteye Vyasaya Vishnu Rupaya Vyasa Rupaya Vishnave Namo Vai Brahmanideye Vasishtaya Namo Namaha. Tismarana Matrena Janma Samsara Bandhanat Vimuchate Namastasmi Vishnave Prabha Vishnave Lakshmi Nata Samarambam Nate Amana Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam Partaya Pradibodhitam Bhagavata Narayanena Swayam Vyasena Gratitam Purana Munina Madhye Mahabharatam Advaitamritavarshiniim Bhagavatim Ashtadashadhyayinim Ambatvamanusandadami Bhagavad Gite Bhavadveshinim Vasudeva Sutam Devam Kamsachanuramardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum. Namo Venkatesaya. My pranams to everybody. So we are in chapter 9, Raja Vidya, Raja Gupti Yogam, where Bhagavan is talking about the various types of devotees. So some people saying Jnana Yagyena Chapyanye Yajanto Mam Upasate Yekatvena Pratikvena Bahuda Vishwatomukam. Some people worship me through Jnana Yajna. Others see me as the one person who is present in all the various multiple things. So Vasudeva Sarvamiti Sa Mahatma Sudurlabha. That's what we saw in chapter 7. So how do we get that vision of seeing the Bhagavan in everywhere? There are maybe one or two ways of looking at it. First, supposing if you look at the substance, then you will be able to see Bhagavan everywhere. For example, let's take the gold example, the gold jewelry. If you start looking the gold jewelry as different in terms of, this earrings or necklace or waistband or whatever it is, there are different types, different forms. If you look at it differently at different forms, then you see the differences. Supposing if you see the substance is only gold, everything is gold, then you can see gold in everything, irrespective of whatever is the type of ornament. So that's one way of looking. If you see the substance is Bhagavan only, then you start looking at Bhagavan everywhere. That's one way of looking at it. Other way of looking at it is all like these, the bhaktas like Alvas. Whatever they look at, they are immediately able to connect it to one of the leelas or the episodes of Bhagavan. For example, when they see the ocean, then they are immediately reminded of this is where the ocean, the Bhagavan incarnate as Kurma Avatara, supported this mantra was churning this, milky ocean. Or this is where the ocean where Bhagavan is residing in the Shira of the Sagar. So like that. Or supposing if they see the earth, then they are reminded of, this, then Vamana Avatara Bhagavan, Bhagavan's one of the holy feet touch this earth. So like that, they are able to relate each and everything with an episode of the Bhagavan, and therefore they are able to remember Bhagavan, whatever they say in this one. In fact, Alva says that, how is it possible for anybody not to think of Bhagavan? So we find it difficult. No? We say that, how can we see Bhagavan everywhere? I find it difficult to do that. But then they are putting it the other way around. How is it possible for someone to not see Bhagavan in any of the things that are manifesting outside? So that's what it is. So once you start thinking or have vision in this manner, maybe you can also reach a stage when you can see the Vasudeva everywhere in this universe. Let's move on to Sloka number 16.
Hari Om Guruji.
Hari Om.
Aham kraturaham yajnaha Svadhaham aushadham Mantrohamahame Ahamagniraham hutam.
So Bhagavan is talking about this, this yaga yajnas. You see, everything is me only. So you start looking at everything as me, then you will have no problem. Aham kratuhu. Kratuhu means one of the form of a Vedic ritual or one of the form of yajnas. So these Pancha Mahayajnams which are supposed to do every day. Deva Yajnam, Rishi Yajnam, Brahma Yajnam, Pitru Yajnam, and then this Manusha, this Bhuta Yajnam. All these things they are called as kratu. So Bhagavan says all these yajnas are also, all this the daily rituals that you are supposed to do is also me only. Aham kratuhu. Aham yajnaha. I am also yajnaha. But Vedas declare that yajno vai Vishnuhu. The yajna is none other than Bhagavan Vishnu itself. So I am the yajna itself. The whole yajna is myself. Swadaham. Swadha is the mantra that is being pronounced, that is being uttered when somebody, gives this oblation. Swada, Swaha, Swaha, Swaha and Swada. These are the two things which is being addressed. Agni has got two wives. One is Swaha and the other is Swada. They are the daughters of Daksha. Agni married the two of them, and therefore when you pour the oblations, Sarvam Sri Vishnave, Swaha. That means Swaha, one word you use, one mantra you use. Other one is when it's related to these Pitrus, use the word Swada. Swada. Pitre Swadasva. So all those things. So Bhagavan says Swada is also me. Even that oblations, the mantra that is being used in oblation is also me. Aham Aushadam. Aushadam means all these herbs, medicinal herbs which are being used. Also sometimes medicinal herbs are also put into this fire, this gya, and therefore even that is also me. Aham Aushadam. Mantroham. That means I am also the mantra. The various mantras that are being offered, that is being chanted while giving these offerings. Purnamadaha, Purnamidam, Purnat, Purnamudachite. All these mantras are also Bhagavan says it's me only. Mananat Trayate iti mantra. Mantaram Trayate iti mantra. That means one who chants that is being protected, that is called as mantra. So mantra is also me. Mantroham. Ahameva Ajyam. Ajyam is the ghee. The ghee that is being offered in this oblations is also me. Ahameva Ajyam. Aham Agnihi. Even the Agni, even the fire that you see in this Homakundam is also me. Aham Hutam. Oblation. Whatever, apart from this ghee, we have sometimes offer other oblations also, like this sweet pongal. Then you offer this samit, that is this this people trees branches, dried branches of this people trees. All those things, whatever oblation that is being offered is also me. So Bhagavan says, I am the yajna. Whatever is being done in the yajna in terms of this mantra, Swada is also me. All the medicinal herbs that you put in the fire also is me. I am the mantra. I am the ghee. And then I am the fire itself. So everything is me only. So everything is only a manifestation of me. And you start thinking on those lines. That's when then you will get this slowly the vision of Vasudeva Sarvamiti. In fact, in chapter 4, Bhagavan said, Brahmarpanam Brahma Havihi Brahmagno Brahmanahutam Brahmaiva Tena Gantavyam Brahma Karma Samadhan. So the first line is almost similar lines. Brahmarpanam. So that means whatever is being offered is offered to the Bhagavan as Bhagavan himself. Brahmarpanam Brahma Havihi. Havis, that's what he is saying, Hutam. So that means what is being offered in the oblation is also Brahman. Brahmagno. The Agni is into water is being given in the Agni is also Bhagavan only. Brahmana Hutam. So again, he's talking same thing, Hutam. Oblations are also me. So everything is me. So if you start looking at why is he saying everything is me? Because all this substance, if you look at the substance of all, they may look to be in form, everything is different. For example, you have an ever silver vessel, you have got a ever silver spoon, you have got this ever silver some plate. All those things are all different forms of this the ever silver itself. So if you look at ever silver, if you start looking at the ever silver, that means everything is only ever silver. There's nothing, this nothing different. Only the name and the form has undergone it. It's like that. If you start looking at Bhagavan, everything, the Agni, the Hota, this Hutam, then Agni, everything. If you start looking at it, then everything is only in substance the Bhagavan only, and therefore that's what he's saying. I'm everything. That's what it is. Let's move on to the sloka number 17.
पिताहमस्य जगतो माता धाता पितामहः वेद्यं पवित्रमोङ्कार रुक्सामयजुरेव च.
Further on the same thoughts, Bhagavan is saying, Aham Asya Jagatah. Asya Jagataham, for this universe. Jagatah is this universe. For this universe, I am the Pita, I am the father. I am the mother also. Father, mother, everything is me. Tvameva mata cha pita tvameva, tvameva bandhucha saka tvameva, tvameva vidya dravinam tvameva, tvameva sarvam mama deva deva. That's what this sloka that we say. You are the father, you are the mother, you are all this wealth, you are the guru, everything is you only. So that's what he is also saying, that Pita ahamasya jagatah. Asya jagatah pitam. I am the father for this entire universe. Father means he is the person who is creating. In that sense, he is called as Pita. Mata, I am also the mother, because he is the person who is bringing forth this universe from his womb, and therefore I am also the Mata, I am also the mother. Data means protector. Not only I create and then bring out this universe, I also protect and support this universe with whatever is required for its nourishment and then growth, by providing the necessary food requirements for all for the food for all the the living beings in this universe, then providing this air, water, then this oxygen, whatever is required for sustenance, also Bhagavan is the person who is providing it. So Data. So nobody can create food. However much science can claim to be, we have done so much of advance in science. Can science produce even 1 grain of rice or paddy or wheat? They can't produce even 1 grain. They can only change the form from the wheat, they can convert to wheat flour or something like that, but they can't produce even 1 grain of that, food. So that's what Bhagavan is providing us. So Bhagavan says, Data. I am the supporter and nourisher of this entire universe. Pitamaha, I am also the grandfather. in a different angle. That is, for us, all of us, the secondary creator is Brahma. He is the father of Brahma, and therefore we are also calling him Pitamaha. Pitama is the word. Bhagavan in Vishnu Sahasranam also towards the end, we will have one of the namas. Bhagavan is Pitamaha. Vedyam Pavitram Omkaraha. Vedyam means I am the person to be known from this entire universe. So Bhagavan himself says in a subsequent chapter, is going to say, Vedeshu Sarveshu Ahameva Vedya. Among all the Vedas, you can study Vedas, so many mantras, hundreds and thousands of mantras. But what is to be known from the Vedas is only me. That's what Bhagavan is going to say. Vedyam means one is to be known. One is to be known is only Bhagavan. So because we can study different branches of knowledge, but ultimately the knowledge that one should have is we should know Bhagavan as such. Not only know in the intellectual sense, but also realize that Bhagavan is inside in each one of us. That is what is called as Vedyam. What is to be known and realized is Vedyam. Pavitram. Pavitram means absolutely pure. Pure. Bhagavan, whatever you may say that, no, the way Bhagavan is in this universe, the whole universe is contaminated. How can Bhagavan be pure? You know, the famous example that I used to give in Vishnu Sahasranam Bhutatma, I'm giving the same example once again for recapitulation. For people in Chennai will know that, this Parthasarathi temple, of course, again, Parthasarathi is the person who gave this Gita to us, and therefore, in that sense, Chennai has got a very special place for Gita because you have the temple of Parthasarathi. In Parthasarathi Perumal, the famous Naivedyam or the offering to the Bhagavan is this sweet pongal, Chakra pongal. Now, that is a very delicacy in this temple. So they put a lot of ghee into it. They add a lot of this cashew nut, kismis, and all those things. It will be very tasty. So supposing I buy, let's say, half a kg of that one from the temple as prasad and come back and distribute to all the people. All the people have consumed this chakra pongal. Because it is soaked in ghee, all my hands have become sticky. So because it is sticky, so I want to wash the hand. So I asked somebody to give me some soap nut powder or some soap, and therefore, so I want to wash that. So I washed it, and then my hand has become, the stickiness has gone. So then that person says, wait, you are not completed the process. What is it? I'll give you some more soap nut powder. You apply it on your tongue. Why? Because the tongue is the one which consumes this ghee, no? The tongue is the one which consumes it. Obviously, your tongue must also be sticky. So why don't you apply this soap nut powder? You say, no, the tongue is not sticky at all. Your own body, two organs, one organ, the hand gets sticky, but the tongue doesn't get sticky. Similarly, Bhagavan resides in this universe. Although he resides in the entire universe, which is full of doshas and other things, he is not contaminated. He remains ever pure. Therefore, he is called as Pavitram. Omkaraha. Bhagavan himself is Pranava Swarupa, and therefore he is called as Spashtakshara. We saw in the Vishnu Sahasranam Nama. So Omkaraha. Omkaraha is the symbolic of this entire Vedas. The entire Vedas is contained in this one Akshara, Omkaram. Vedas is contained. When the Devatas go and ask Brahma what is the essence of the Vedas, because it's so huge for us to understand, to study and understand. He said the essence is contained in Gayatri Mantra. He said Gayatri Mantra is also too big for us. Tell me what is the essence of Gayatri Mantra. He says Pranavakaram. So the essence of the Vedas is contained in the Pranavakaram. Each Akshara, Akaram, Mukaram, and Makaram. Akaram represents according to the Mandukya Upanishad, Akaram represents the waking stage. Ukaram represents the dream stage, and Makaram represents the deep sleep stage. So the three states we pass through every day. Every day we are in waking state, we are in dream state, and we are in deep sleep state. But there is one common state in all the three states. Then only I'm able to get up early in the morning next day to say that, yesterday I had a good dream, or I had this kind of a dream. That means there must be something common in the dream state as well as the waking state. Then only you will be able to recollect the experiences of the dream state as such. So that common factor is whenever when you utter any words, there must be a background of the silence. If there is no background of the silence, however much I shout, you won't be able to hear that. Supposing there's a jazz music going on in the background, whatever I say, you won't be able to listen. There must be a silence at the background, which is common in all the three states. That's what is the Turiya state. So all these four represent the Pranavakaram. So Bhagavan, he says, I am the Pranavakaram, Omkaram. And I am also the three Vedas. Rig, Sama, Yajur. So that means I am the three Vedas. Rig, Yajur, Sama, the three Vedas are also me only. So Bhagavan says, I am the father, I am the mother, I am the protector and nourisher, I am the grandfather, I am the person to be known by all the people. And then I am absolutely pure. I am the Pranavakaram, and the three Vedas are also me. That's what it is. Let's go on to the next sloka.
Gatir Prabhu Sakshi Nivasa Sharanam Suhrit Prabhava Pralayasthanam निधानं बीजमव्ययम्.
Gatihi. Gatihi means the goal, or means also sometimes called as Gati. So Bhagavan is the goal. Yeah, in fact, the second question of the Yudhishthira was Kimva Pyekam Parayanam, who is the ultimate refuge or the goal of everybody. Bhagavan says, I am the goal of everybody. Ultimately, everybody has to reach me if they don't want to come back into the samsara chakra. So Gatihi. Bharta. Bharta means one is the supporter. Bharta also means husband. So husband is the supporter for this wife, and therefore he is called as Bharta, and the one who is being supported is called as Bharya. So Bharta, I am the supporter. I am the supporter of all this entire universe, and therefore I am called as Bharta. Other way of looking at it is all the Jivatmas are all said to be feminine, female, and Bhagavan alone is the only male, and he is the Purushottama, and he is the person who is the, and all of us are wives of Bhagavan as such. That is one bhavam that all the bhaktas take. For example, this Nammalvar took the bhava of Naika bhavam and called herself as Parankusha Nayaki. Similarly, Tirumangayar called himself as took the female form and then took as this Parakala Nayaki. So therefore, they all considered themselves to be these young women who are in love with the Lord. So that's what it is. So Bharta, Bhagavan represents the husband, is the support of all of us, and therefore it's called as Bharta. Prabhu. Prabhu means he is the ultimate Lord of all the people, and therefore he's also called as Prabhu. Sakshi. Sa Akshi. Aksha means eyes. Sa Akshi means along with the seeing everything in his presence in front of him. That's why he's called as Sakshi. Or also Sakshi also means witness. Witness means one who is just observing all the things. He's not getting into that as such. He's only dispassionately observing everything that is happening in his presence, because he is the karma paladhata. Ultimately, he has got to give dispense the fruits of the actions of the various actions, and therefore he is also called as Sakshi. Residing in all of us, he is the Sakshi. We may think that nobody has seen it and have committed this act, nobody has known about it, but then Bhagavan sitting inside all of us is the person who knows, and therefore he is the Sakshi. Nivasaha. Nivasaha means who is the abode. He is the abode of all of us, and therefore he is the ultimate, like Gati. He is also the abode of all of us. Or other meaning is he is also residing in each one of us, and therefore he is called as Nityam Nivasaha, always residing in each one of us, and therefore he is called as Nivasaha. Sharanam. Sharanam means he is the ultimate refuge. So ultimately, we all surrender to him, and he is for the Sharanagati, and he is the ultimate refuge of all of us, and therefore he is called as Sharanam. Suhrut. Suhrut means one who has got this Hrut means heart, very good heart. Other Suhrut also means friend. He is a very good heart, as well as he is a very good friend of all of us, because he is the person who is interested in welfare of all the Jivatmas. He wants to lift all the Jivatmas from the Samsara Chakra to Moksha, and therefore he is called as Suhrut. Prabhavaha. Prabhaha means creation. So the entire creation is also Bhagavan says, I am the creator. Pralayaha, annihilation. Ultimately, this pralayam is also Bhagavan himself. Sthanam. Sthanam means the place of existence. So ultimately, we all reside in Bhagavan itself, and that is the Sthanam. Nidhanam. Nidhanam means not only is the place of residence, is also the resting place. Ultimately, whenever we find some problem with us or my mind is not at peaceful, let's say we go to the temple, you get some solace and peace of mind. So he is the person who can provide us nidhanam. Nidhanam is, this resting place for all of us, and therefore he's called as nidhanam. Bijam avyayam. Bijam means is the seed for everything. Avyayam, immutable seed of the entire universe is Bhagavan only. Even though in Kaliki Avatara so many things are going to happen, Bhagavan's seed is so immutable. Again, when he is going to come as Kalki Avatara at the end of this Kali Yuga, and then going to re-establish the Krita Yuga subsequently, because the seed is very strong and immutable, and therefore Bhagavan says, I am the Bijam of you. So I think we'll continue the discussion tomorrow on this. Vasudevasutam Devam Kamsa Chanura Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagatguru Sarvam Sri Krishna Arpanastu Krishna 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 Krishna.